Hello, everybody. My name is Tyler, and you are watching Regular Gaming. Welcome back to episode 3 of the good old Let's Play series. Last time we worked on this mine, we also worked on a mob spawner, some farming over here, but that's about it. I did some work in between episodes, kind of put in some chests in here to add, I guess, for extra deep slate and, and cobblestone. I also changed where the hole is here. I put copper flooring in. Um, and yeah, I did some extra mining down there. I hope you liked that intro. I thought it was something I wanted to try that's a little different from the first 2 episodes. Definitely changing up what my editing is looking like, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing it that way, but I am excited to see where that goes specifically. To start, I think I'm going to just go on a little adventure to explore a little bit. And maybe try to figure out how to get some better gear, because if you saw that first intro, it wasn't very good. I only have protection 3 on the boots, only protection 3 on the helmet or on the leggings. Um, and didn't really add anything good to the tools. Shovel has unbreaking, which is actually pretty solid for a shovel, but um, yeah, I definitely want to continue doing that and continue enchanting just to get a little bit better of gear and maybe find a better XP farm, because that zombie spawner I put together is a good starter source, but I honestly don't think I should have put that much work into an XP farm that doesn't generate very well for me. So, um, yeah, I will go exploring a little bit. I want to get a few more wood types, just so I can build more at once. But I am gonna sleep the night. In the morning, I'm going to rise and go exploring anytime now. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start off by going this way. My dome is right up there. I do need to create a way to get up here easily, but I'm going to go off in this direction. I'm looking for mostly spruce wood, maybe some jungle wood. Um, and I think I already ran into what is this, a shipwreck? Wow, I can't believe I didn't see that already. So I'm going to go down here and see if there's anything of value. At least get a treasure map or something, but looks like we got the treasure map and then some paper. Got iron. I feel like respiration would be a good next enchantment to get, but I'm gonna hop back on here. We'll try to find that treasure map later on, but I'm gonna go off this way because I am looking for spruce wood, jungle wood, maybe acacia, maybe mangrove if we run into a mangrove swamp. Um, and pale oak. Pale oak would be really cool. I haven't really built with that before, so definitely excited to see if we can find that. So I'll keep you guys updated on the exploration. So for this episode, I think I'm going to start something where I am going to have a different spot to store different types of materials. Um, as far as the dome goes, I think the dome is going to be for gear, enchanted goods, and it's going to be more of like a enchantment spot. The mine is obviously where I'm going to keep a lot of the stone. And then I think I'm going to create like a hobbit hole to hold food. I think I'm going to create like a lumber yard for my wood, or a logging cabin or something for my wood. Again, I don't really have much of a theme for this whole series, so we're just going to make things and it's going to look a little random, but that's kind of how I want it. So yeah, we're going to maybe go that route. I eventually want to get a storage system put together. But for now, I think having like different areas for different types of goods is a good way to like explore my base a little bit more, have different build ideas, and it's kind of something I've been excited for at the moment. So that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, if you've been here before, you guys know my plans change a lot. So you might see some differences in the next couple episodes from what I'm saying now. And sorry about that, but that's just how it works. So, yeah. Looks like I ran into one of the, I think this is an abandoned village. It's got cobwebs everywhere, and I don't see any villagers, so I haven't seen a village like this for a long time. I don't know if they're just not in Bedrock anymore, or if they ever were in Bedrock. But yeah, I'll let you know if I run into anything else kind of cool in this village, but yeah, I'll take this for now. Alright, nothing really of value in that village over there, but looks like we have some acacia that we can get. Still looking for spruce, but I'll grab a little bit of acacia and some saplings as well in the meantime. There seems to be a small jungle biome up this way. There's really not too many trees. I do see melons, so I might grab those too. And take down one or two of these trees, try to get a couple saplings. Yeah, it looks like I ran into a woodland mansion already. Not exactly sure how far out we are. I haven't been really checking. We are pretty far out. I don't think I'm strong enough for that quite yet, but that is pretty cool. I found a woodland mansion before finding any spruce. Well, I haven't found any spruce yet, but I think that's there's pale forests up there. So I can get some pale oak now. And probably some moss as well. Gosh, this is such a cool biome. It like drains all the color in the surrounding area. I've never really seen it like up close, I guess. I don't know. Pretty excited. I think this is going to be a really cool block to build with. All right, so finally it looks like we found some spruce here. Seems a little out of the way, but yeah, I'm going to go up there and grab that. And then I think I'm going to head home. So my hands are a little full, so I'm going to maybe get that later because it looks like I'm very close to spawn. It's near that village, so I can grab that in a little bit, but I think I have quite enough for now. All right, so I am finally back, and we can look over here to check what our loot looks like. Biggest thing was trees. I obviously had oak, birch, dark oak, and cherry before I left, but now I have acacia, jungle wood. I got bamboo from the jungle as well. I got pale oak, and then I finally found some spruce. I mean, I went 3,000 blocks in that direction, and on the way back, obviously, I ran into a bunch of spruce that was a lot closer, but that's sometimes how it is. I'm sure you guys have seen that before. I personally am not using chunk base yet. I kind of want to do some personal exploring. Eventually, I think I will start using chunk base. I don't necessarily think that's cheating to use it, but I just want to explore the world that I'm going to be in for a long time at my own pace right now. So if anybody's interested how I found all this, I kind of just was inefficiently boating around the whole world. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for probably the first several episodes. But yeah. All right, so behind me is just a kind of a massive forest. I'm actually going to clear out all of these trees, besides maybe the ones with honey on them. But yeah, I'm going to clear out all these trees. I think I'm going to create a little forest with all the different trees I have. I have a few ideas I'm bouncing around in my head. I'm not sure how they're going to really work out, but yeah, I'm going to clear this out to start, maybe flatten some ground, and I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, so I am back here. I cleared out a bunch of trees over here, and I also filled in a lot of dirt. Some of the grass is still going in. I did leave this beehive, but I raised it up a ground level. So I took out the little campfire that was underneath. There's also a beehive over here that I'm going to leave in for now. I eventually want to get silk touch, but yeah. So after clearing out all those trees, I'm actually going to put a bunch of new trees in. It's going to be all the different types of trees we have. I think I'm going to have them elevated like this with maybe some trapdoors around the edge just to make it look nice. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I kind of have a vision for it. It might not look great, but we'll see. There's only one way to find out. And then this little square right here is going to be where I'm going to build a tiny log cabin, just in the middle of it. And I might have some piles of logs anywhere. But yeah, we're going to see. I'm excited to really just test out what this is really going to look like. But yeah, I'll be back maybe with another update, maybe with some building in between. But yeah, I'll see you soon. All right, so I'm back here, kind of just tying this up right now. This took a long time, a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but this is kind of what I was thinking here. Um, yeah, I'm gonna throw this over here. I'm just trying to fill in the rest of the dark oak and also jungle. It's impossible to get any jungle saplings out here, so I planted a few over there and see if they'll grow separately, one at a time. But yeah, this is kind of what I have. I'm it is actually exactly what I was envisioning, so I'm actually pretty happy with it so far and just going to fill in the rest of these saplings here, and very important to check this out from all angles. So this is the normal forest, but then if we come over here, this is kind of the little jungle forest that I've put together over the last couple hours here. So yeah, I think what's next for me after I finish filling these in is start building a log cabin somewhere around in here. I'm not sure if it's going to be exactly this size, but I think I don't want it too big, but I don't want it too small, just to store some wood. Yeah, I'll be back with another update. Maybe I'll show some building in action with this next part. All right, so I'm gonna kind of take you through this building process here a little bit. I'm gonna try to use every wood that I have. I actually do have some mangrove logs. I have 14 in total. This is from the Wandering Trader that I got randomly, so that's what I'm gonna use for that. I might use it sparingly, but I am gonna use everything I can. But I am gonna kind of lay out how these blocks look in comparison to each other, at least as far as their bark looks. Might also add stripped variants into this too. So I'm thinking darker blocks, maybe from mangrove down as the base, and then this could be like part of the roof, like lighter grays, and add some pink in there. All right, so I think this, obviously dark oak, spruce, they kind of go with the darker blocks. And I have this jungle. I feel like that's also similar to oak and all of them. And then you have like these three blocks, which are kind of very bright, where this can definitely go down here on the roof. Maybe mix some pink in there too. And then I don't really know what I should do with these colors. I hope this is making sense to anybody else, but I'm not quite sure, honestly. I feel like orange could go here. I don't know. I actually have no clue. We will see, but I'm gonna start just laying some logs down. I'm thinking of like a Lincoln log style. I don't know if you've ever played with Lincoln logs growing up, but I'm gonna have them like kind of overlapping. You'll see as I'm building it. I might show that process. So yeah. Okay, before I get started here, I did change kind of the bottom and then the top a little bit. The bottom's going to be more of the browns, while the top's going to be kind of like the wonky colors, lighter colors, even though there's a few darker colors mixed in there. Um, I just have a better feeling that that's going to look more better. I don't know what the word is, but I think it'll look a little bit better. But yeah, I have the darker colors, darker browns to lighter browns, and then kind of just a weird mix of colors on the top. But yeah, we'll see how that looks. All right, so I'm going to get started here by taking this down. We'll start here. Then I'm just going to kind of go around the edge here, alternating. Maybe I'll put jungle. Don't really need to have a huge pattern yet. We'll adjust it in a little bit. Looks good for a base. And then take this one out. So as you can see, I'm starting to do like a little bit of this alternating. I think that might look kind of cool once it's all built up. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll see. Not sure how high I want to go here, but I have no clue if this is going to look good, but we'll see. That's kind of what I was going for, honestly. It might look a little weird to some people, but I kind of like it. And I'm going to add some details to it where it will look a little bit nicer. I like this side with the darker. This side's cool. It's a little lighter. All right, so I was just finishing up the bottom there. I'm going to start up here on the roof. I guess I might start with, yeah, I think I'm going to start with acacia. I don't think, I might be running out. Might sprinkle in some of this too here at the end. And then we can, from here, we can go. All right, yeah, that's right. Like this. Maybe mix in some pink then at the end here. That may look really bad, but I'm just going to run with it for now. All the way down with this guy. And maybe mix in, so I'm going to go to here. And switch to this. And then on top, finish that up. And then we can just take a step back here and kind of look. I don't have a very good angle, I guess, because there's so many trees nearby, but we can at least check out what the vision is. It's going to look a little wonky, but this is kind of what I wanted. From this side, let's check. Looks okay. Ooh, and I just realized I don't have any bamboo blocks in this, so I might actually add some bamboo to this as well. All right, looking at a few different angles, it does look a little wonky in some spots, but I kind of like how it looks. It's definitely just like a little weird for sure. From the bottom, we do need to get the gables in. But yeah, the roof goes a lot higher than I thought it would. I probably should have made it slightly smaller. But I do kind of like how it ended up looking. I even added the bamboo. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna fill in these gables on both sides, then kind of fill the inside with some chests, and that's what we're gonna do. I think when I get some of the nether wood in the future, I'll add that in here, and maybe add some of those saplings out here when I get actual saplings for the mangrove log. Um, those are probably going to find some pots out here as well. So still got to continue filling in stuff, but yeah, I think that's pretty good start. All right, so this is definitely very silly, but I think I like it. I hope everyone else likes it. If you don't, let me know. But for now, I really like it. All right, so I did a little bit of work on the interior here, and I also finished up the top, put in some windows kind of higher up. I kind of wanted to make it look a little secluded, which is why there's kind of just a few windows every now and then. I have a trap door up there. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make it look secluded in the woods. I don't know. I had some extra red doors, so I threw them in here. And yeah, it's just going to be a storage room. So I might add some beams up here at some point. Put barrels kind of in this part, like a little transition. It does look a little messy in here too, but again, I kind of like it. But yeah, every barrel is going to have, this will just have like logs and stripped logs and down here in the barrel. And then in the chest is going to be where everything else is. On this side, this is going to be like wood materials, like chests. They don't necessarily go to a specific wood type. And I have a crafting table in front of that. I do have bamboo to start because I think I'll do a lot of like initial crafting just with bamboo planks. Maybe make a little farm underneath this or something. Um, yeah, but these are all like kind of double chests because I use them more often. While these are just going to be single. But yeah, it kind of worked out well. I'm going to have the nether woods here and then another spot because I did hear that there's another wood coming in soon. So that'll be right there. But yeah, that's kind of going to wrap it up with the cabin. I think I'm going to do one or two more things before the episode ends. I do want to show you guys this. So I do want to show you this. I kind of just changed the front. I know this was kind of the thumbnail of the last video, but I'm going to get attacked by mobs, um but yeah, this is, I've changed up the outside a lot to make it look, have more stone in it. Also have some more stone in here. Change this to be spruce on the outside. I just think it looks a little cleaner. And then the inside, I got some chests, so I'm going to be storing obviously a lot of stone in here. So yeah, I don't think I showed this, but off camera I got Silk Touch. So I have quite a lot of caving that I did. Yeah, I'm just going to break this down and see how much of everything I get. I have diamonds, redstone, copper, a bunch of coal, some iron, all in this. So, yeah, I'm going to break it down, see what it ends up looking like. Well, it looks like the only thing I can't pick up is the diamonds, so I guess I'll just leave the diamonds. And obviously, I'm kidding. I'm going to go get those diamonds. I'm too greedy. and 36. Nice. I think that should bring me back to about a stack. Almost 62. And then quite a lot of other materials. I do have a decent amount of iron that I think I'm going to smelt right now, because I have kind of a plan here to use the iron to make a little farm. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna make a little stone generator kind of on this wall right here. Partially why I took out a lot of the wood to make sure this doesn't burn down. I think this would be far enough away from it, but I might have to just take this all out for now. And start mining in here. I think I can go 4 blocks back. And then put, I think it's as simple as putting hoppers in here. Oh, I have a barrel. Yeah, like I said, I think it's as simple as getting the barrel in here. And then grabbing some hoppers. Then I'm going to grab the water buckets. That's annoying. Then I can grab this. That. Should be full water sources. I got a sign here for this. I think I just put lava. That should create stone. I hope that doesn't. I guess I didn't need to get that many lava buckets, but close that up. Oh, try not to die here. That's probably not good. Do chests burn? I don't know. We'll see. Go like that. And then I can just get infinite stone from up here, just kind of in my... I feel like it makes sense to have it in this stone area. Yeah. Simple as that. Sounds like a lot of it is burning, but I'm using my... So I can get cobblestone or regular stone because I have a silk touch pickaxe now, but... Yeah, I think that's a good starter farm. I might add starter farms to a lot of these. I think I might do a bamboo farm in the log cabin that I made. But yeah, I think this is a solid little farm to have in here for now, as well as having my strip mine below. Okay, so that is going to do it for today. Thank you for coming. Today we found most of the tree saplings that we could get, besides obviously mangrove, which I will probably be looking for within the next couple episodes, because I really like that block a lot. We built this little cabin behind us, as well as kind of made a little forest of a bunch of random trees that we have. Still have to fill in the jungle logs, but yeah. Next episode, I have honestly not a clue what type of building I'm going to do yet. I might make a bamboo farm underneath this log cabin somewhere just to have a good source of wood. But yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. If you guys don't know, I am releasing episodes every single week at the same time. I'm always going to be releasing them on Sundays, and it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, if you guys are interested in watching any more of this series, come back every Sunday, or just pick up and watch it whenever during the week. But yeah, I'm doing one episode a week, and I'm pretty dedicated to that. I can't always guarantee that it's going to be the same time, or I can't always guarantee that it's going to be the same quality of video or the same length every week, but I am dedicated to getting it out every week. I just think it would be cool to stick to that schedule. So, yeah, thanks for coming. I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.